Okay, now we're recording. Yay. Okay, guys, so it is, gosh, Wednesday. Is it Thursday? Wednesday, March 22nd. So we are on the final countdown to March. Can you believe it? So, hey, Katie and Travis and Michaela and Christy and Kim, y'all are hopping on here, and I thank you for being flexible with me. Hey, Miss Sarah, since I could not do the training last night, I've had a lot of stuff going on this week, and it's been a very stressful week. So between not feeling good and then some family stuff going on, I am here, and I'm just glad that you guys all could join me tonight. So if I start having a coughing fit, you're going to understand that I'm still not quite over whatever is going on inside here. I've taken all my antibiotic, but I had a coughing fit a little while ago, and it can tend to make me cry, so just a warning about that. So I may have to just get off the computer if that happens. So we're going to talk about fundraisers. But before we talk about fundraisers, there's a couple of things I want to talk about because a lot has been happening, and I've kind of not been on the computer a lot. And shout out to our Sparkling Star ambassadors who've really been running our Facebook page, and I really greatly appreciate all of them and all of you who continue to check the Facebook page and ask questions because it is a resource for you. I just haven't been on as much as I had hoped. I have been sleeping a ton lately, and I obviously needed to rest for a reason. So one of the things I wanted to talk about was the inventory issue, because we do have some newbies on. We'll have some new ones watching our webinar, and I wanted to kind of just explain a couple of things. Cindy actually shared with us on the Leadership Live call on Tuesday some information about some items, and I posted that picture, but I'm going to pull it up on my phone, of some items that are going to be going on low inventory, or have gone on low inventory, or have hit stop sell. So I want to go over that real quick. So the first thing is the March customer special. So every single month, we have specials, and they are always while supplies last. So we always need to make sure that we need to be sharing that with our customers. This is something that is not new for those of us in 31. Customer specials are always while supplies last. Now, this month is incredible because not only do we have so many totes on special, but we also have double hostess rewards, which many of you are helping your hostesses earn those double hostess rewards, which is exciting and fun, right? And so that can tend to affect our inventory levels because so many people are earning free stuff, and then we have so many people earning half price items and things like that. So the Cindy tote in the quilted plaid has already gone on stop sell, okay? The New Day tote in the navy rugby stripe went on stop sale, I believe, yesterday or the day before or sometime this weekend. The Cindy tote in the indigo ink went on low inventory yesterday, okay? The Cindy tote in the turquoise graphic weave will, by right around the end of month end, go on low inventory. So that print could be okay, it could not. We just need to watch business updates on 31today.com. The New Day tote and the little scribble, I was trying to pull it up. Hold on here. Did it go on low inventory? Let's check. No. Okay. So it has not gone on low inventory yet. And the all-pack duffel and the charcoal crosshatch. And they did say, depending on our month, which I'm going to be honest with you guys, I have all my home parties stacked up this weekend and next. So I haven't even been putting in parties. So if anybody else is like me, we still have lots of parties going on. So if this end of month is as strong as the beginning of the month, there could be additional items besides the items I posted on our Facebook group. Now, here's what I want to clarify. When an item is on customer special, and we're not near an end of a catalog. So this is a brand new catalog, so we're not at the end. we will put them on stop sell, which means once they hit stop sell, we can no longer offer them at the sale price. Okay, so that doesn't mean your customers can't order them at a full price later on this season in the print that they want. What that means is that for now, because the special has sold out, we can no longer offer that item in that print at that customer special price. And let me just share with you. You have hostess specials and you have customer specials, and this is the way Cindy explained it. Hostess specials are for those, our hostesses, they're loving us this month, right? Because they're earning all those double hostess rewards. They're earning tons of stuff for free. So the hostess special that's at that $600 party level, those items are going to go on back order. So if your hostess still wants that beach towel and that tote, she can order it, but she needs to know that it is on back order once it goes on back order, and she will get it towards the end of May. We can't do that with our customer specials because it can give us a bad reputation, because we have a lot more customers than we do hostesses. And so if we have thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of customers who order, for instance, the Cindy tote in the indigo ink, and they have to wait 3 months to get it, that leaves a sour taste with them and our company. So there's a couple of things I want to suggest for you. If you have someone who has ordered a Cindy tote or one of these items that are on low inventory, go ahead and encourage the hostess to close her party, okay? Those are bags of low inventory, or those things I told you will probably go on low inventory. I'm not sharing at my party this weekend. That's not the items I'm going to be talking about. Why? Because there's a ton of other totes, like the fold over weekender, the cinch sacks, the around town tote, all of these other phenomenal totes that we have on special. The Lakeside tote, which is my favorite tote of all the items. The Dream Big tote, the Little Dreamer, it's not even on the flyer and it's on the special. Those are the items I'm going to be talking about. So I'm focusing on the ones that we do have. Now, Home Office did say, hey, we've got the mini storage bins. They're $8. We have plenty of them. So we're going to go ahead and give your customers another option in case she wants something else, which they didn't have to do because there's plenty of totes that are still on special that are not on low inventory. But that's something they chose to do. So we do have that option to offer our customers as well. So if you have someone who's placed an order online, placed an order and the party hasn't closed yet, I would really encourage you to connect with your hostess like in the next day, okay? Because I'm not saying it won't last till the beginning of next week. My gut is that Cindy tote is going to go out of stock by Sunday at the very latest. And that's a chance you're taking, even if you keep it to Sunday, just because it's so, so popular. Now, if she won't close the party early, I would say, okay, well, I am going to go ahead and submit so-and-so's order, and you can do one of two things. This is something that I just did. I had someone who ordered it. The party isn't closed yet. I went ahead and submitted her order on her own. It's shipping directly to the customer. I paid the $4 to ship it directly to her. The hostess has already reached over $200. So this order that she had would get her close to $300. So I just added that in to the items, to the total. Okay, so let's say the party was $200 and this person ordered $87. So now I've told so-and-so, the hostess, your party total is still at $287. So if you get close, another $13 or whatever the amount is to $300, then you'll have an extra so-and-so in hostess credit. I'm just paying the difference. That's something I'm comfortable doing, but don't do that if you're not comfortable doing that. I would just encourage your hostess to go ahead and say, I just want to make sure your friend gets her Cindy tote in that print. So Kim, I had seen one of your posts today. Is this so the hostess wants it? Or is it somebody from her party that wants it? Now, let me say one other thing. It's a customer from her party. Is it going to affect her 200? Is it going to affect her party total? Like, you know what I mean? If it's a $35 order, or it's a $70 order and your total's $300, it's really not affecting the $200 versus $300 party. Make sense? So I would just message her tomorrow and just say, hey, I want to make sure that your friend gets this. I'm going to go ahead and submit this order. I'm not comfortable leaving this open. And you may message her friend and say, I want to make sure this is the item you want because it's about to go, you know, out of stock. So I want to make sure you get it before it does that. It's a $150 order. Well, you could submit not if she's paid online with a credit card. That may be a little bit tricky, but you may want to contact the customer because realistically you could almost submit just the Cindy tote, kind of. Still going to put her under 200 though. We can talk about this later too, Kim, one-on-one. I was going to say the other thing is that if you have somebody at a party, like for instance, if somebody sees the flyer and they want the Cindy tote and it's in indigo ink and it's already sold out, I'm going to encourage them to book a party of their own this spring or summer and they can get it for half price. So yeah, you want happy customers and you want happy hostesses. And so I would just reach out to her one more time and say, I just want to make sure that number one, you get the sales, but number two, your friend doesn't miss out on this amazing tote that is, once it's sold out, it's sold out. She can't get it for the half price. So, but if somebody wants it after it's sold out, or if somebody wants that graphic weave, or they want the quilted plaid, the black quilted, guys, offer them to have a party because they'll, even at a $200 party later on this spring or summer, they're going to get it for half price. Make sense? Okay, so those are kind of my spiels for business updates. I just wanted to kind of clarify all of that. Hopefully that helped explain it a little bit. Capiche? Capiche. All right, let's dig into the training though. Let's talk about fundraising. Next week we have training with Mark Carr from home office. And so we will not be doing our normal training. It's going to be on Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time because that's when Mark could do it for us. And he's doing that with my friends Annette, Kristen, and Ashley and their downlines and then our downlines. So if you've not heard Mark, he's phenomenal. He's an amazing home office staff member, and he is going to be giving you guys some ideas about bookings and take questions, and it's going to be really, really good. So I hope you guys can join us next Tuesday night. So for as far as fundraisers go, I promised you guys that I would have the items that I used for a full catalog kind of printed off. So I did double check our Sparkling Stars Google Drive, which is pinned on our Facebook page, the group at the top, and under Sparkling Stars Google Drive, click fundraisers, and all these documents are there for you. And they're all in Word, so they're easy to be edited and fixed to whatever you want. So I didn't really make an order of how I do this, but I thought I would just show you. So when I do a fundraiser, like I said, was it last week or the week before? I don't remember. I do a full-size catalog. So I don't just pick one product out of here. I make sure and offer the entire catalog to whoever is doing a fundraiser. Now, let me just be honest with you girls right now that are on here. I have a fundraiser going on online right now, and we can't get anyone to order. She's got 20-some people RSVP'd. She sent private messages just like I coached her to. And guess what? No one has still ordered. So we're extending it till Friday because we're wondering if Friday is like payday for people. But I'm kind of at a loss for words. So sometimes that happens. So I just wanted to let you know that I go through it too, just like you girls do. And it can be super frustrating when you have all these people who are saying they're going to order and support their friend in a certain fundraiser and then no one's ordering. And I know she sent the message because she sent it to me too. And it was a good message. So I'm kind of at a loss. I don't know. Anyways, but we're doing it online. This is ideas for you for when you do packets, okay? So I thought I would share this with you. Okay, so when I make packets for instance, a class or an organization, a dance class, gymnast class, anything like that. The one I have in front of me is for a dance class. I do a couple of things. I give them a catalog, a full-size catalog. I give them a monthly special flyer, and I give them several different pieces of paper. one of the things I started doing this past year, or maybe it was 2 years ago, is I started making my own envelopes. So these are the envelopes. They're just white envelopes that I pick up at Office Depot. I take one of these, this is a little bit different, but I take one of these little fundraising envelope forms and I glue stick it to the envelope. Okay, pretty simple, nothing crazy. Now, what I found is when I started using these, the kids fill them out, especially when they're children. They fill them out, and this helps me keep track of whose order forms and whose customers are whose, because they're all listed here on the front of the envelope. The customer's name, the total due, and what type of payment that they paid with. I always try and walk them through how to fill out the top. So, you know, organization, their name and phone number, my information, when the money is due by, and who they make checks payable to if you decide to do checks. So this is really simple. Simple. I will never go back to just giving them a plain envelope, because this just allows, it's kind of like a checklist for me too, as I'm tallying all the order forms up and everything. If they need more than one envelope, of course I will give it to them. On the back side, I also cut out these little sheets that I think I made these on labels that are like half a sheet. But you could just print them out and glue stick them. Again, I have not had any problem with these coming off either, so I've gotten questions about that before. On the back is the instructions. So just in case they need instructions, I give instructions to them in several different forms, but I like to put it on the back of the envelope. So for instance, this says fundraising instructions. Number 1, please fill out 1 order form per customer. Please include each customer's name, address, phone number, and email address. Use this envelope to track sales and to store completed order forms and payments. Number 2, calculating shipping on the order form is easy. First, add up the subtotal of products the customer is ordering. Take that total and multiply it, so it tells them how to do shipping. It tells them how to calculate tax. It tells them that payment is due when the customer places the order, not when the product is delivered. If they want to place an order via my website, I put that on the envelope there, and how they can find the fundraiser on my website. It says inform customers that their order should be delivered within 3 weeks of the fundraiser's deadline. So that's why you want to make sure they know what the fundraiser deadline is. It's on the front. And then upon completion of the fundraiser, please return the envelope with completed order forms and payments to your 31 Gifts independent consultant. So it's pretty easy. Yes, 1 envelope per kid. Yes. I do this if it, yes. So this would be, for instance, this one was for a high school class. So each student received 1 envelope and 1, they don't get more than 1 catalog. They get 1 catalog. And then they get, if I decide to offer the customer special, they get the customer special flyer, or if there's like a holiday gift guide, they get that, one of those. So that's what they get in there. They also get order forms and things like that, but I'm going to show you that. So basically, I then give them a letter here of, and this is from 2015, so this is a little bit old, but this just says, at 31 Gifts, our mission is to celebrate, encourage, and reward by working together with you for our fundraiser. I hope to be able to celebrate you and your passion, encourage you to do your best on both the on and off the stage, and reward you with cash for your fundraising efforts. This tells them that the percent that they're going to receive, and then I have a prize for the top 3 sellers. Now, one of the things I share with them is what is in their packet, okay? So they get in their packet the customer special flyer. 10 order forms is what I give them. I tell them they can make copies if they need more. They get the envelope. They get, if they want online shopping flyers and postcards, those are some things I will print off from the marketing material on TOT. Or I'll even make postcards or give them some mini catalogs to pass out on how to order online. They get, sometimes I give door price slips. I have not had really good luck with them, so I've kind of stopped doing them, but I will give the kids door price slips to have everybody who orders from them fill out their information, and then one person gets a prize. But I've not found that a lot of the students, at least, they don't have their friends fill them out, or their family members fill them out. This one, I actually gave them 2 catalogs and a holiday gift flyer. And then it says important notes. Payment is due up front. It tells them about personalization. It tells them if they need more packets, where to contact me. It tells them when to have their order forms completed and how to contact me, and just some information. So this is easy to be edited. Now, something new I started doing last spring, I think, and it worked really well, is when I talked with the classes, I let them know different goals, right? So depending on what, you probably can't read it, it's kind of blurry, depending on what sales they do will depend on what prizes I'm giving, okay? So the more they sell, the more the prize values go up. So then it just says, must read, please. Right? But this is why you want to talk, especially with classes and things, or any kind of like organization group. You want to be able to present this to them, right? You don't want to just hand these packets off to the sponsor and then expect her to talk with them, because more than likely she's not going to explain it right because she doesn't know exactly what's going on. So shipping is 8%, sales tax is so-and-so, checks are made to me, the orders will arrive in approximately 3 weeks. Turn in orders and packets to your class sponsor by such and such date. Please return packets even if you don't sell anything. I really request that because I can use the catalogs again. And it says we encourage you to try to sell at least one thing, right? That's not too difficult. Your organization will receive the money on or after the 15th of the following month. That's kind of like my guess. Depending on when you're running the fundraiser, you can adjust that date. And then it says there will be awesome prizes for the top 3 sellers. I did a random drawing for all customers. And then if their group reached $3,100 or more in sales, I decided at that point I was comfortable offering this class a pizza party. They came like so close. They were at 2,900. They were super close. But it worked. So it was a really good fundraiser. So basically between $1,000 and $1,999, first prize was $25, second prize was $10, and third prize was $5. This is why I say if you're going to offer prizes, make sure you adjust that into what percent you're going to give to the organization, right? So if you're going to donate your entire commission, you've got to come up with another way to give money prizes, right? Or if you're going to be buying extra catalogs and doing all these things, make sure you've allotted yourself a little bit of cash in your percents. So that's why you may want to do 20% versus 25%. The person who did the dance performance team before me was a consultant, made 25% commission, so she offered 20%, and the organization loved it. So don't feel bad if you're not going to donate 25%. Donate 20%, and if they question it, let them know the reasoning is because you need to allow yourself an allowance to provide the material for the fundraiser. Excuse me. If they reach $2,000 to $39.99, they get $30, $20, and $10 for the prizes, and then it just goes up. So $50, $25, and $15 for $4,000 to $9.99, and $10,000 plus in group sales. They have a gift card of $75, $50, and $25. And then I let them know the prizes are delivered when the customer orders are delivered. I have not had a fundraiser reach 10,000, but wouldn't that be incredible? Then it lets them know if there are people that would like to order online, they can go to my website, and I also make sure that they add the class member's name on the second line of the address. And so I encourage them to share that with their friends and family if they're ordering online, so I know whose order goes to what class member, what team member, so that that person gets credit. So because I give away prizes for the top prizes, right? And then it just lets them know my information again. So pretty basic and simple. I created this form, and it to me is more simple even than this. But I do attach something like this because I want them to know what is in the envelope. This is a form that we gave the dance class, letting them know that their personal fundraiser goal was to collect $200 in orders, and then it let them know that if all 30 members collected $200 each, their organization would raise $1,500 in profit. So if you can calculate what they're going to earn if they all reach their goal, sometimes that helps the organization too. I actually attached a sheet of bundles on this fundraiser last fall. Now, I will say it worked. I sold quite a few bundles. The only problem is that then there was questions of, can they get them in different prints? Some of them picked prints that didn't come in those bundles, so that's the tricky part about it. But the bundle sheet did work, and it was really simple and easy, so I let them know that they could collect $200 in orders by selling 3 or 4 of the bundles shown on the attached sheet. They could share 3 mini catalogs with friends and family and share the full size. So that is kind of the breakdown of how I do the fundraisers. I try to be as specific as I can with everything in my handouts, but I also try to be very specific with the sponsors of the fundraiser, the person in charge. Like I said, if you can have that 5-10 minutes before school lets out, or 5 or 10 minutes before a dance class gets started, and really talk with them. And even if you can be there when the parents can be there, that's very beneficial as well. So I'll be honest, I've done a fundraiser for the last few years for student ambassadors at a local high school in my area, and the fundraisers have been flops. And it's like one of the best high schools in the area, and the kids just don't work for it. And doesn't matter if I've presented to them, it's just not that important to them. And they're raising money more to give back to the community. So I don't know if it's because it doesn't really mean as much to them as, for instance, getting band uniforms or something. So it just happens from time to time. And sometimes when that happens, you feel like, oh, I put all this work into it and nothing happened, and it can be super frustrating. But the one thing I continue to tell myself is, you never know if you don't try. And just because it happens once, I'll always offer it again just to see if we can get it to go a second time. Third time, if it's still not going, I'm going to be like, this is not really working for me or for you. Maybe we really need to rethink this. I want to make sure that the class and the organizations know how simple and easy and fun it can be. And it's a lot easier than selling candy bars or working 5 nights at a food stand. Really, like, it's pretty simple. For me, my best is when I set up at a parent-teacher conference, if it's for a classroom, or if you're set outside of a dance competition for a dance class or something where people can see the products in person and place orders. That tends to be a little bit more beneficial. So that is the packet, though. Do you guys have questions about it? Give you guys a minute to process. There is a sample order form, Christy. I actually like to give them just one sheet for an order form, because I feel like if you give them our order forms that have the multiple copies, what tends to happen is the kids don't know what copy goes to what, especially if you're dealing with children. So I like to use just a 1-page sheet that is in the Google Drive. I just did not print it off. So that's a good question. What I will say is that the one that is in there, I think, has like a dance class, the RPAC logo on it. And I stopped using one with their logo on it and just went back to the basics 31, order sheet, because I can reuse them. So if I do get packets back and nobody's used the order form and it doesn't have like some specific organization's logo on it, then I haven't wasted as much paper. So what I do when I get the items in to bag and tag is I make copies of every order form I've received. I save a copy, and then they get a copy in their bag. So good question. and I like to save them. Like I had some from this past fall who had bought some items from the dance class, and she bought it for her business, and she had messaged me just a few weeks ago saying, hey, do you have a copy of my order form, because I forgot to make a copy and it's for my business and it's tax deduction. So I was glad that I could help her with that and still have the order form saved. So other questions? It's pretty simple. Once you get the process down and save the forms for yourself, I feel like it's pretty simple anyways. Yes, I email them. I don't email them. I just email them the order confirmation that I get in my inbox. So yes, so if someone orders online, and I get that little event online event, what's it called? Event ordering alert. I go into my email, forward them, thank them for placing an order for the fundraiser. If for some reason they did not share with me on the second line, address line of who it belonged to, or who should receive credit, I will ask that. I will then also let them know that the actual order is not going in until such and such date. And at that time, then it will be 3 weeks to get the products to them. A lot of people who order online, they have them shipped directly to them. So it's a lot easier, and I don't even have to bag and tag them. So only, I believe, Christy, if they check a box. They have to check a box in order to receive an email alert. So I do that with all my online orders, whether it's for a party or just a retail order. Every single person that places an order with me receives an order confirmation email. And I don't even open that email until I can sit down for 5 or 10 minutes at my computer, send them an email order confirmation just saying, hey, Cindy, thanks so much for ordering for so-and-so's party. We're closing the party on Friday. I will be sending you tracking information as soon as it ships, which is usually 10 to 15 days. So yep, I just make it a habit. It's once you get into the habit, it's super easy. So I know even if I get them on my phone and I'm checking email, I won't even click on them. I'll just leave them marked as unread until I can sit down at my computer and just go through them real quick. And that's when I print them off so that I have them in my follow-up guides, so then I can start following up with them once they ship and after that. So you will get it. No worries. I didn't do this for years. I just started last year. So it's just something that I started doing, and it's made, I feel like, a huge difference in my business just because people expect it now from me. So, and I always sign it, your 31 consultant. You will get there. That's right. Other questions about anything, honestly, because that's all I'm going to cover about fundraising tonight. I feel like that's pretty much the gist of it between what we covered last time and then this time. I'm, like I said, if I don't do one item fundraisers, so I don't know that I'm an expert on that. Other questions? Everybody's quiet. Looking here, see if I can see anything. No questions. Super quiet. Okay, so next week, don't forget to join us. I'll be putting some reminders out there, but the event is set up too, so check the event for the login, because it'll be a different Zoom. It will not be my Zoom link. It's a Zoom link that home office has provided Mark for us, and it's all about booking and getting ready for the summer, and I'm super excited. about what he's going to share, because he always has valuable information. And it's always good to hear from home office. So that's super exciting. So that's next Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, not 9. We do hope for him to record it, but we don't have control of that. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that he will do that for us. But you'll want to be live, because you want to be able to ask him questions. And he's just so enthusiastic that you're going to be, it's contagious. It's super contagious. So if there aren't any other questions, I'm going to let you guys get off here a little bit early tonight. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for being so understanding these past couple of weeks as I've gone through this crazy illness that I've had. I'm ready to feel like myself again. So I'm ready to get back into the groove. So good night, guys. Have a fabulous evening. Bye.